Okay, so I'm going to continue on this 13397. Okay, and so it happens that this 13397 is also a regular prime. Okay, and so these things recently, by God's grace, okay, it actually has. There is this thing on the let me just go ahead and show you this, because regular primes. So this Wikipedia, it says regular prime. So you click on it and come down here, and there it is, and and you click on this, and then it says all of these regular primes 1 to 10,000. There are 10,000 of them generated. They are all here in front of you. Okay, so you can do this. Scroll through it. Okay, whatever you want to do is right there. Okay, and and so you can look for anything that you want to in there, and so they're all there. Everything is there. I have not generated this. There are some of these stuff that I have generated, but I have not generated these regular primes. They are there, and you can actually get the definition of regular prime, and it tells you that. Okay, so there it is, 956 13397. Okay, so it's a table there, and you can use the table. As I said, it's not mine, it's somebody else's, but God has provided this for us. So anyway, so and I don't know what I did with it. There it is. Okay. And I lost my there it is. Okay. There we go. Okay, so work study and okay, there we go. Okay, so we are here now after Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So we go to this one. Again, this is a regular prime. We just saw it. And it happens to be 956 regular prime. Okay? So now watch this and see how it actually generates chapter 19. Okay? All right. So what I can do with 956, I can actually generate this little table that I have here. Okay, so I said we can therefore set up the following table, and it has Gaussian composite, the index of Gaussian composite, the index of lonely prime, the index of prime, and Gaussian composite, lonely prime and prime. Okay, so happens to be 473rd, the indexes happen to be 473, Gaussian composite, 619, index of lonely prime, and index of prime is 956, as we just generated it. So this number, this prime number, happens to be 7541. And look at all of these indices: 473, 619, and 956. 473 actually happens to be 11 times 43, but 1143 is equal to 9 times 127. Again, points out to 9 having 127 verses. 619 happens to be the 114th prime number, and the number of chapters in the Quran is actually 114. So again, it tells you, I'm talking to you about the Quran. Okay. 956 composite happens to be 1146. Chapter 114 in the Quran has six verses. Now, this is due to Milan Sule, this bullet here. 1146 composite happens to be 1365. But then I looked it up, and 998 is on our website. Okay, you can verify it for yourself. Chapter 19, verse 98, which is the last verse in the Quran, in chapter 19, actually happens to be the 1365th revealed verse. Okay, and now 1365 happens to be 3 times 5, 3 times 7, 3 times 5 times 7 times 13. The indices of these prime factors are 2, 3, 4, 6. Again, this is credit goes to Milan Sule. He was allowed by God to see this. And so note that 2, 3, 4, 6 verse in the Quran is actually 1998. And 1998 composite is 2, 3, 4, 6. And again, that's due to Milan. And the 19th permutation of 2, 3, 4, 6 is 6, 2, 3, 4. The total number of numbered verses in the Quran. Okay. It actually boggles the mind. It generates these things. And I don't know how far deep inside your mind I can actually penetrate with my words, but please pay attention to it. This is very important. And now, you see, look at this. This cornerstone, okay, when he says that, he said, the Quran says, we made him and his mother a sign to all mankind. Okay? So when you see this, you and I were not there. You and I were not there to judge the righteousness of Mary. We did not see the miracle or the sign that the baby Jesus in the crib talks. We didn't see that. But we are privileged with these numbers that, yes, that was the truth. It really happened. Okay? This is what it tells us. But then again, he says, please don't say that he was God's son. He wasn't. His allegory was just like Adam. And they are both actually mentioned in chapter 19. Both Adam and Jesus, they were both in there. And you can look it up in the concordance of the Quran, and you find out the 19th frequency of both Adam and Jesus is in chapter 19. They're only mentioned once in that chapter. And in both cases, they are both the 19th frequency in chapter 19. I don't know how else God can tell you these things. Okay. Sometimes, you say, and you say, my God, what else? What else do we need? Okay. So all of these combined together tells us that, look, you guys are privileged today to see this, because other people don't see this. Other people have other priorities in life, and they don't see this. But you guys have seen it. And accordingly, see, as I always say that, our responsibility is higher now. We are not like the ignorant ones because they don't know. Some people don't know. Okay? But again, we have to be grateful to the source of this knowledge that he has given us. Okay? And be cognizant of this fact that we would not have this if it wasn't for God's mercy and his grace and his infinite generosity that he's chosen us to be the recipient of this. Okay, so I'm going to stop here and we'll finish our Juma.